Greetings, I'm Rob Chappers and today I'm a dragon. I'm a dragon and I don't care because it's awesome that I can be a dragon and it had a tail. So today I woke up all dragony and I thought, you know what YouTube needs? It needs more dragon dudes teaching guitar sweeps for the dudes that want to learn the sweeps and other interesting nuggets of theory and technique guitar information. And I made a thing, check out my thing. So this was originally Chapman Guitars ML1 Rabea Sig, and so I thought, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to do this. Held it over a stove, set fire to it, sanded off the burnt, charred, sad remains, and then sanded it some more, and then sanded it some more, and then my friend Rabea helped me take out the pickups and put in some new pickups that a lovely person sent me in the post. And so I've got a new guitar really. It's basically just a sanded down Rabea, but it sounds completely different. In fact, these are PRS metal treble and bass humbuckers, which I really like. I'm really enjoying them. It's just a bit of a fun thing to do, a bit of a change. So there you go. I set fire to a guitar, sanded it down, put some pickups in it. So anyway, yeah, I was practicing on this guitar last night at a really stupidly late time, which is why I'm a bit hoarse this morning. And I came across something that I used to do a lot of and that I'd forgotten I did, that I thought might be useful for some of you guys learning about theory and wanting to sweep as well. And that is a chord scale. A chord scale, a scale made of chords like a cake made of cheese. A chord scale of sweepage. So for example, you probably know that you get major, minor, minor, major, major, minor diminished in a chord scale. So you get a series of chords that make a key, and each chord has a different tonality, and we number them 1 through to 7, and the modes go 1 through to 7 as well. It's like they're all linked or something magical. And so yeah, you get a series of chords that, for example, if you're playing E, would go on a bottom drop C. So this is probably wildly the wrong tuning for this area, but you could play an E chord, you get E, and then after your E, you go up a tone and you play a minor chord, go up a tone, play a minor chord, and you play a series of chords that follow a pattern, which we call diatonic. It's basically just the same pattern as the major scale. Anyway, that's theory, that's boring for people, and I'm dressed as a dragon, so I'm going to teach it to you by sweeping, because I know it's a lot more fun. So I'm going to my neck pickup, which sounds like this. Cannot stop shredding. Yeah, let's do it by sweeping. So we'll start in C, because C stands for crush and chew, and I'm a dragon. Rah! So I'm going to show you 3 different sweep shapes that we're going to use to perform this sweeping chord scale with. Pay attention, brethren. Firstly, I have the beginnings of a moustache, and I know that I look like a complete fool because I'm doing something called Movember, where I grow a moustache for a charity that helps people who might get cancer, dudes. So forgive me for the half moustache. Don't forgive me for the dragon suit though, because I love it. So yeah, 3 shapes, and pay attention, brethren, because this is quite difficult and you might find this tough going, and you know what, life sometimes is difficult, and what you've got to do is just make the right kind of coffee and have the right friends and the right space to practice, and then just dedicate yourself to making a practice structure that you adhere to, because things that get measured are things that get done, and if you don't measure and effectively work on your time, you'll tend to drift into PlayStation and other things that begin with P. So, here are the 3 shapes of Dragon Joy. Let's start with what I call the major, just crushed things that shouldn't be crushed, major sweep. arpeggio, it's just a major arpeggio. It goes like this. I'll do that slowly and slowly for you. So it starts on a root, in this case we're doing the root of A. I'm using my little finger because it's the smallest one. We then go down to a major third. So this is the D string, I'm playing the 11th fret. I'm sure you can see that because this is an SLR, which is good. And then first finger here. That's the 9th fret. And then second finger, we're going to make like a D sort of chord shape at the top here. 10th fret, B string. And then first finger, 9th fret, E string. So you've got... But I'm going to add in a couple of notes at the top for two reasons. One, it sounds nice, and B, it means I can play it in a certain pattern. This one, and then that's on the way down. When I come back, I'm just going to pull off and then come down. So you get this. Like that, which is nice. That's a major arpeggio. It's basically just that. It's a chord, it's like a C chord, and this would be the nut of the guitar here, but I'm using my finger rather than a nut because I don't have a nut here. It's a great chord anyway. And of course you can move that shape. Because it's a bar chord. So that's a sweep. And that's the major one. And now let's make it minor by taking the thirds, the third note of the major scale. And here's the C. Let's make it minor and nasty and sad, and like the dragon ran away from his cave because it was full of spiders. And play this. So again, slowly and slow. Root, or the 1, the first note from the major scale. Then you've got your 3. So this is a sad 3. Think spiders, as opposed to think cake. And then the added notes to make it nice, and then pull off. Here is your last shape of dragon sweepdom, and then you will achieve level 2, ding, and gain armor +3 and a shield of courage. So this is the diminished, or -7 flat 5 sweep, representing pain. Because that is. You won't use it much unless you are crazy or odd or like the sound of diminishedness, which actually I kind of do. It's nice, it's a good sound sometimes. If used correctly. So here it is again. It's quite symmetrical actually, which is a nice thing to begin with, but a bit of stretch. So warm your fingers up, just pull them like that really hard in random directions so that they don't expect the direction of pull that you're going to give them. It didn't expect that, see, I didn't know I was going to go that way. And make sure that you do them all against the joint. Don't do that. Don't even ever do that. So, root, minor third, it's all going to be minor and flat. And then, how horrible is that? I actually quite enjoy that. So what is that, for example? Well, that's a 5th, yeah? That's like Star Wars. And this is back 1 from a 5. It's the tritone if you're American, or it's a flat 5. So yeah, sorry. I was just enjoying myself. Here you go. Got that one, and then the top notes, and then pull off. So I don't use that one very often because it's diminished, so I'm not particularly familiar with it. And it feels like it wants to resolve. 3 shapes. Now it's time to put them in order to make a key and to represent all of the modes, one at a time, modally, from your hand. So I'm actually going to be sounding like this, but you're going to sound a tone higher. Now that means that for you, you're going to be playing this in the key of D major. These are the D major key sweeps, modes for you to chop through. I'm tuned to drop C, which is very low because I'm in a band called Dorje, in which I don't wear a dragon suit, but I do play ridiculous progressive rock like this. We do that kind of thing, and that means we have to be tuned low, because if we're tuned higher, what happens is that the guitar bursts into flames, and the lower the tuning, the cooler the strings are, because the resonations are slower, and friction, and physics, and then it's better. Here is the order of which you need to sweep. Prepare a coffee or beverage of your choice. Make sure you're fully snacked. If it's the morning and you want to do breakfast, I absolutely recommend anything. And here are the sweeps for you. So major first of all. So I'm starting off here on the 5th fret A string, playing the major shape. Well, that's the first one. We're going to go up a tone and play a minor one. We're going to go up another tone, play another minor one. We're going to go up a semitone, play a major one. We're going to go up a tone, play another major one. We're going to go up a tone, play the diminished one. Oh shit, no, play the minor one. Sorry about that, minor one. Then we're going to go up a tone, play the diminished one. Then we're going to go up a semitone and play the major one. Now let me talk you through what they represent, because this is the cunning guise of theory you are assimilating through this dragon-shaped entity. The first sweep represents Ionian, which is a major mode, which is the major mode, which is the major scale, which goes like that. Oh, I got some sawdust in my sweat. The second one represents Dorian, which is a minor mode, and it has a major sixth in it. And it kind of sounds cool because it's minor, but there's a hint of happiness in there, and I use that a lot. Dorian, it's a nice sounding mode. Sounds like. The third sweep of minorness in dragon shape represents what we call Phrygian, Phrygian. And Phrygian is a Spanish sounding mode, akin to Spanish music, or Eastern sounding, kind of like something really nice. That's what it sounds like. Well, my battery died just as I was talking to you about Lydian, which is the 4th mode, and it's major, and it has a sharp 4 in it. So the 4th note is pushed forwards. It sounds exactly the same as a flat 5, but we call it a sharp 4. And then you get Mixolydian as the 5th. I'm going to make you hear these each so that you have fun enjoying how they sound. Mixolydian is a major scale, but it's got a flatted 7th note. Then we get Aeolian, which is just the natural minor scale. It's just a minor scale. 1, 2, minor 3, 4, 5, minor 6, flat 7 octave. And then you get Locrian, which is the minor 7, flat 5 diminished sounding mode. So each of these 7 modes is represented by these 7 sweeps of dragon. And so it's a good exercise to play them and think about the mode you're representing as you play each of these sweeps for fun, because that's what we have in life, it's either that or GTA. And if I close my eyes, all I can see is burning hookers, so probably had enough of that. So, major scale sounds like this. The second mode sounds like this because it's Dorian. So what you get is that. That's the major six. Would be minor, but we're doing it because we're Dorian. And then the next mode is Phrygian. Phrygian needs a lot of metal because you get that. And metal dudes like that because the flat 2 at the beginning sounds like pain or creeping death, which I can't play because I'm in drop D, drop C. So then that's Phrygian, which is your third mode. So the fourth mode is Lydian, one of my favourites. Steve I likes this one, so that's got to be a good thing. Lydian is like this. Makes you want to roll around with some legato because legato is a friend of Legolas's in Lord of the Rings. So then after Lydian you get something called Mixolydian, which is a different kind of Lydian. It's a major scale with a flatted 7th and it sounds like this. As opposed to this is the stuff of heroes, and a lot of people like Satriani use this, so it sounds like this. It's yeah, it's heroic because it's got this. That one flatted 7th makes such a difference. It kind of D-majors it very slightly. It isn't like. It's just kind of slightly cooler. And after Mixolydian, you get the 6th one, which is Aeolian, which is just a minor scale. Oh, I went very slightly other modal then. And added a different note, just ignore that one note I added. But basically, there's your minor scale. And then the next one is Locrian, which is horrible. Now the interesting thing about Locrian is that everything is minor or flat. It's just, the thing is it never resolves. So you can play it, but there's never any resolution, no sense of it ending. So you get this. Keeps going. I sometimes enjoy using it if I'm writing a section that needs that sense of just pain and non-resolution, but otherwise I tend to avoid it. And that's your final mode. You'll notice that for each of these I droned a root note underneath it that was low and boomy, because if you don't, you'll just hear each of them as if they were a major scale, and you won't get to hear any of them as a mode, and that's the secret to hearing the modes. other than just practicing and eating your cereals and drinking coffee and dressing as a dragon, which is also absolutely critical for family life. So, those are the 7 modes, and here are the sweeps played really quick. Now, because we're playing the sweeps in the key of D, or you're playing in the key of D, but I'm tuned down, I'm going to give you the root notes as we go along the 7 dragon sweeps of pain. So, the first one is on a D, and it's D major. Going to go up a tone, and you're going to play E minor. You're going to go up a tone, you're going to play F sharp minor. You're going to go along a semitone, and you're going to play G major. You're going to go up a tone, you're going to play A major. You're going to go up a tone, you're going to play B minor. You're going to go up a tone, you're going to play C sharp diminished. I'll try that one again. Better. You're going to go up a semitone and finish. Back to your D. So there you have it. I hope you've enjoyed that. Practice these sweeps daily and enjoy them. And just be mindful of what they represent as you pass through them. And if you want to know how you would use them, for example, well, you can just put them on the root to begin with. So if you're playing over a D chord, in my case this is C, then why not just find that? Here's the same note, and if I'm playing minor, maybe then... And if I'm playing in minor, then that means this is probably 6. That's a clue for you. Use that, and look at patterns and things that evolve. Wear dragon stuff, support me on Movember, and help me get money. Because the thing is, I'm healthy, I feel pretty good, and I'd like to think I'd always be healthy, but I might not be, and one day I guess I could be really ill, and if I was really ill, I'd like to think there was something or some people that would help me. And so I think in retrospective, future-pushing karma, I should help people in advance. Have a nice day. I've been Chappers the Dragon. Rawr.